Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Ask Juan and Gee here on LoveWorks. I'm Juan.
And I'm G.
And we are Juan and Gee.
Right. And now you guys going to www.sizzlesoftbeach.com.
If you're not, you should.
You should. Please log on sizzlesoftbeach.com. It's going to be a fabulous weekend, Labor Day weekend. It's for couples and all of their friends. So you friends, you single guys, come on out. There's going to be some quality singles seriously looking for relationships. So come on out and meet somebody.
There's never been an event like this.
At all. We're going to have panels,
First of its kind.
Financial planning,
water sports,
massages, parties, everything. We're going to be doing Ask Juan and Gee live, so you can ask us questions face to face. And it's just going to be an awesome time. So
meet us
log on.
All right, so I'm going to jump right into today's question. Is it ever appropriate to ask someone if they're a top or a bottom? Should we just stop right there? I'm generally offended when I'm asked this question. Some of my friends say it's okay, especially when there are no obvious indicators and intimacy is on the horizon. How important is this question to a developing relationship in light of maintaining respect and finding what a prospective lover wants? So those are two questions in there. I think the first one, is it ever appropriate to ask someone if they are a top or a bottom? Generally speaking, I say no. I think it's rude.
And it all depends on the context of when you're asking them and all that kind of good stuff. But you got to talk about your sex. You have to talk about what a person desires sexually.
Well, that's the second half about the developing relationship. I think, generally speaking, is it appropriate? No.
So he's not talking about when you meet somebody.
It's just a straightforward question.
So you just walking down the street and say,
or
hey,
you hit somebody up on Facebook. Are you a top or a bottom? You know what I'm saying? I think that's rude. Like, no, that's none of your business. If we're not about to have sex, it's none of your business.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously just somebody.
But it happens.
Yeah, it's obviously somebody being nosy. So no, I'm offended.
How important is this question to a developing relationship in light of maintaining respect and finding what a prospective lover wants?
I believe that when you're developing a relationship, and I wrote an article about this called,
I forgot what it was called.
The Top-Bottom Epidemic. I really feel like a lot of gay men let sexual roles drive their relationship. I know we all have our preferences, but I feel like sometimes men get into a relationship and they really, if a person is not a bottom or a top or whatever they want them to be, they automatically let that be a deal breaker for them. I personally don't believe that it should go that way. Obviously, you do have relationships out there that you have strict totems.
That's the new word for verse.
You're
a totem.
You obviously have relationships where you have strict bottoms and you have strict tops. And I think that's fine and that works, but sometimes you have relationships with somebody who's not a strict bottom or not a strict top, and I don't really feel like that should be a deal.
And y'all should communicate that at the beginning.
But what happens when it changes 3 months or a year from now?
Then you address it when it changes.
And this is what but you're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when that does change it, don't let that be
That's not his question.
I'm talking about what I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if you're a year into a relationship or what have you, and the person decides that now they want a top or now they want a bottom, are you supposed to break up at that point? Is it that important? Is sex and sexual roles that important that you let go of a relationship because a person now wants to stick their dick in you or now wants you to stick their dick in them? No.
I feel like you're taking it to the extreme with that.
What's the extreme?
You're taking it to the extreme. Someone wants something different. Now do we break up? Like, that's the extreme.
No.
His question is to a prospective lover. And I feel like a prospective lover,
Prospective?
Yes. Prospective.
You said perspective.
I said prospective lover. Prospective. That's not how I pronounce it. Anyway, back to the question. I feel like in a prospective lover, yes, you need to have those conversations, because if you're a top and you don't want to date another top, you need to know that in the beginning so you don't even go down that road. Likewise with two bottoms.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think that
or if you feel like I need a versatile relationship, then you can't date a strictly top or a strict bottom. And that's information that needs to be relayed at the beginning.
Yeah, regardless of top or bottom, you guys need to talk about sex. And that's top, bottom, sucking dick, eating ass, flipping each other over, whatever it is that your desires are, you need to discuss. And that's not just top, that's just not bottom. Whatever your sexual desires are, because there's some people out there that have some really strong sexual desires that have nothing to do with penetration that needs to be talked about in a relationship. So of course, when you dating somebody and you guys feel like you're vibing, you guys need to talk openly about sex, and that covers being a top or a bottom. What?
Nothing.
Well, it seemed like you want to say
I was going to say something. But what I was going to say was, playing devil's advocate, how many people on the first or second date say, are you a top?
Is that inappropriate? You just said you don't think another top is a date on the top.
I feel like
so when are you supposed to find out? After 5 days?
I feel like
it's all about money. Well, what I'm saying is, if you're saying that a top don't want to date on the top, then at what point should that top ask the other person if they're a top or a bottom? Why is the second date inappropriate? Like, why waste our time? If you're a top, I can't deal with you.
That's true. On that note, we are going to say adios. We hope that helped. Continue to send us your questions, your comments. We appreciate the love and support. We can't even put it into words. Really, 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 we really appreciate it. So continue to hit us up. Love you all.
Peace.